Practice makes perfect, I'm prepared for anything. Got it out the mud, I ain't come here to horseplay.
What's in a name? I mean, I've been trying to figure out what the name Rista means ever since it was launched, and today I get to know that the name means absolutely nothing. But this video should mean everything to you if you are looking at buying Ather's newest family scooter. How does it ride? And should you really buy it? All of that will be answered in this video, but before we move ahead, please remember to hit the like button, and if you are new to our channel, please remember to hit the subscribe button as well. Done? Let's go. Meet the Rista. Today on PowerDrift, we get to ride the much hyped product from a brand that I really like. I want to start things off with the way the Rista looks. It's more round than sharp. Might seem disproportionate from the rear, but in flesh, it's not that bad. In terms of dimensions, it looks like a big scooter with all that bodywork, and I quite like the different color options too. The one that we are riding today is the 2.9 kilowatt hour Z version. It's the mid-spec version. I was hoping to ride the top of the line variant, but we'll save that for another day. Now, in terms of performance and feel, it feels like a very mild-mannered scooter. Nothing too surprising, nothing too overwhelming. And this 2.9 kilowatt hour battery pack, it's something that we have already seen on the 450S. So it's not unfamiliar territory for sure. Ather has also decided to keep things very simple because there are only two riding modes. You have Smart Eco and Zip. Smart Eco is Smart Eco, focuses a lot more on range, but the Zip mode feels like the sport mode on the 450S. The tune in these modes is very different when you compare it to the 450S. I spent most of my time in the Zip mode, but when I switched to Smart Eco, it all felt a little flat, very un-Ather-like. Maybe the Smart Eco mode needs a little zip in its life. I would also like to talk about Magic Twist, which gets unlocked after you add the Pro Pack, and I think it's great. It's something that I'm experiencing for the very first time, and because this is going to be a city scooter being used by most families, I think the addition of Magic Twist will also unlock a little more range, which is a big plus. Last but not the least, I have been riding the 450X, the long-term 450X, and I resonate with that kind of performance. This feels like a completely different sauce. I am not able to connect with it, at least in terms of performance. Like I said before, this is a family scooter. But if you're looking at buying this for someone in your family, someone who likes to take things nice and easy, then please take a look at this. The 450 was known for its firm suspension setup. Here the firmness has definitely reduced. It had to. The Rista might feel bouncy on bad roads at higher speeds, but at low speeds where it's intended to be most of the time, it should feel more than okay. Handling hasn't been compromised either. It's quick to steer and feels light. In fact, it feels significantly easier to lift off the side stand than the 450. Mind you, it tips in quick, so when you steer it first, be very careful. It's a matter of time before you get used to it, but I'm happy that one of the key attributes of the 450 has been carried on to the Rista as well. I would like to end this segment by saying that the Rista isn't meant to be this super sharp scooter in any sense, shape or form, but I'm happy that it lives up to the Ather name. Comfort was one of the big things for Ather when they were designing the Rista, because they are calling it a family scooter, which means it's targeted towards a particular audience. Now that philosophy has been filtered down to the ergonomic package as well. When you look at the scooter, the seat is one of the big talking points from the brand. It's not only great in terms of space, but also in terms of cushioning, really soft, really comfortable. The floorboard has ample amount of space, the handlebar feels very natural, the seat height feels very accessible. So all in all, a really good ergonomic package. Now I am about 6 feet 2 inches tall, and I did not have any problem taking tight U-turns with both my feet up on the floorboard. There's one thing that we would like to test during our full review, and that's the pillion seat. More on that later, but for now, job well done. When we talk about features, skid control, aka traction control, is one key feature in their list. I don't understand why a scooter with this performance needs it, but as long as it works in the backend, I have no problem. Traditionally, with ICE vehicles, a basic setup involves the wheel speed sensor plus intervention from fuel, airflow, etc. A basic setup will let you know when TC kicks in. Here, there's none of that, and that's why it never feels intrusive. As much as it is an overkill, it works just fine. Moving on, the Rista also gets a new layout on the display, and I like it quite a bit. It's simple, easy to read, and still very familiar in terms of getting around. The one problem that I have is with the backrest for the pillion. It does get in the way when you want to open the seat. And when you do open it, there's ample storage space. The plus point here, it fits an array, my helmet, that probably hasn't fit in any other scooter that I have tested. Lastly, there are a bunch of other features like fall safe, WhatsApp on your phone, and many more. But for that, you have to buy the Pro Pack. The Rista is a good scooter. When we look at the pricing, the one that we wrote today is for 1.25 lakh. You have the lower spec variant and then you have the top of the spec variant with a bigger battery pack too. Additionally, you can add Pro Packs. My suggestion is if you end up buying one, please add the Pro Pack because that unlocks a lot more features which I think are really useful. Would I buy one? Probably not. This is not my jam. I still connect with the 450X a whole lot more because that is exciting, it's sporty, but that also caters to a niche, a very specific audience. So if you really want to buy one, test rides will begin from the 1st of June. Deliveries will start by the end of June, first week of July is what we are told. But for now, this is it. There's a lot more that needs to be covered and that will be done once we get the scooter back in our city. And that's when we'll cover pillion test, range test, charge test, all of the other things that are pending. But this is it. The first ride coverage comes to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like, let us know your favorite feature in the comment section and share this with your friends and your family members too. Thank you once again. My name is Lauren Painter and I will see you later.